Dear students, in the last video we studied about the electric field. Now moving ahead, we will see the electric field lines, the characteristics of electric field line. See, the first characteristics of electric field lines. Electric field lines are always starting from positive and ends at the negative charge particles. Suppose we are having plus Q charge and we are having a negative charge. So electric field lines will start from the positive and ends with the negative. So these are the electric field lines. Start with the positive and ends at the negative. So this is the first characteristics of electric field lines. Second characteristics of electric field lines, that is electric field lines never forms a closed loop. See, electric field line never forms a closed loop. See, in the diagram starts from positive, ends at negative. What happens with the magnet? See, this is the north pole, this is the south pole. The magnetic field lines are starting from north end and ends at the south end, right, like this. These are the magnetic field lines outside the bar magnet. What happens inside the bar magnets? Inside the bar magnets, the magnetic field lines from south to north. So from north to south outside and inside it is south to north. Means it forms a closed loop. This is about magnetic field lines. Here it is the electric field lines. Electric field lines start from positive, ends at negative, never from negative to positive. That's why we can say that never forms a closed loop. This is the second characteristics. Third characteristics that we are going to see about the direction of electric field. So we can calculate we can find out the direction of electric field at any point. See, suppose here we are going to point, we are having a one point. So what is the direction of electric field at that point? So by drawing a tangent at that point, we can calculate or we can find out the direction of electric field. See here, so this is the direction of, this is the tangent and this tangent shows the direction of electric field. Same here, suppose the point is over here. By drawing a tangent, we can calculate or we can find out direction of electric field. Suppose we are having a point over here. So draw the tangent over there, right? So this will be the direction of electric field at this point. So electric field is varying at all points. So in this way we can calculate or we can find out the direction of electric field at every point or given point. So this is about the direction. Fourth point we can see that these electric field lines never cross each other. These two electric field lines never cross each other. Electric field lines never cross each other. See, from one point we can draw only one tangent. If they will cross each other, then we can draw a two tangent. But mathematically it is not possible to draw a tangent, two tangents from the same point. So that's why electric field lines never cross each other, right? Fifth point we can see that equidistance and parallel electric field lines shows a uniform electric field. Suppose this is the direction or this is the electric field lines. This is the electric field lines. These electric field lines parallel and equidistance. Distance between them is same. And these electric field lines are parallel to each other. So that's why here the field is uniform. So here we can say that uniform electric field is present, right? What happen if the electric field lines are like this? Suppose electric field lines are see in this way. Suppose this is the electric field lines. In this portion here, what we can say that the electric field lines are crowded, right? And what we can say over here, the electric field lines are separated. So what we can conclude, the crowded electric field lines shows more intensity of electric field lines, and separated electric field lines shows less intensity of electric field lines, right? So these are the 5 characteristics of electric field lines. Very important questions. There is a question in the examination for the 2 marks. Write the characteristics of electric field lines. See, we are going to revise the same topic. There are 5 characteristics. First characteristics, electric field line starts from positive, ends at negative charge particle, right? Second, electric field lines never forms a closed loop. Third, at any point we can find the direction of electric field lines, direction of electric field, right, by drawing a tangent. This is the third characteristics. Fourth characteristics, electric field lines never cross each other, right? And fifth characteristics, the that parallel and equidistance. Parallel and equidistance electric field lines shows uniform electric field, right? So these are the 5 characteristics of electric field lines. So it is the question of 2 marks, theoretical question and important question. Now we are going to see the next topic, that is electric flux. The new topic we are going to start, electric flux. Denoted by letter phi. Denoted by letter phi. First of all, we will see the definition of electric flux. Simple definition. This is also a question for 2 marks. Write a short note on electric flux. So we will start from the definition. The number of electric field lines passing through the given area, passing perpendicularly through per unit area. This is the definition of electric flux. Mathematically, we are writing flux equal to electric field, and here it is a area. So in some books the symbol is S, capital S. So we will write phi equal to E vector dot S vector also we can write. This is a symbol for area, area vector. See, flux phi equal to E vector dot A vector. It is the second definition, dot product of electric field and area vector. Dot product of electric field and area vector. See, and dot product of 2 vector always scalar. So that's why flux is a physical quantity and that flux is a scalar physical quantity, right? Flux is a scalar. So this is the definition, number of electric field lines passing perpendicularly through the given area, that is one. Suppose we are having a one sheet. Suppose this is a sheet and electric field lines passing through this sheet perpendicularly. So this is the electric field line passing perpendicularly to the given sheet. Suppose we are having a page, notebook page. So electric field lines are passing perpendicularly in this way. So this is the diagram. And suppose area vector. This is the area vector pointing outward. So this is area vector, A vector. These are the electric field lines. So flux can be flux equal to E vector dot A vector. This is the definition. Again, so we can write here E A cos theta. What is theta? Theta is the angle between E vector and A vector, or E and A. This is the flux. So number of cases we can say that, suppose first of all we will calculate the SI unit. What is the SI unit of flux? SI unit of flux will be electric field का, the SI unit of electric field will be Newton per Coulomb, and SI unit of area is meter square. So Newton per Coulomb meter square is the SI unit, or simply we can write Weber, right? Weber, WB we can use, and you can calculate the dimension formula for flux. It is a homework for you. Calculate the dimension formula for flux, because we know the dimension formula for electric field. Just now, before this video, we calculated the dimension formula for electric field, and we know the dimension formula for area, so you can easily calculate. That's why it is given to you, right? Calculate at your own. So phi equal to EA cos theta. Theta is the angle between E and A. So case 1. If theta equal to 0, if theta equal to 0 degree, means what? The E vector or electric field and area are in the same direction. Electric field and area. See, it is the case E and it is the A. So both are in the same direction. So theta equal to 0 in this case. So what is the flux? So flux equal to E A cos 0. Sin 0 0, cos 0 1. So here cos 0 becomes 1. So we will write E into A. So flux will be maximum E into A. Case number 2. Case 2. Suppose if theta equal to 90 degree, theta equal to 90 degree means what? Suppose this is direction of electric field and this is direction of area vector. Means what? Suppose this is a sheet, right? Direction of electric field will be like this and area vector like this, right? So means sheet is kept like this. Area vector pointing outward. So pen indicates this white, this marker pen indicates direction of area vector, right? And this is the direction of electric field. So here electric field and area vector both are perpendicular to each other. So that's why flux phi equal to E A cos 90. As we know that cos 90 will become 0. So flux link with that given surface will be 0. So minimum flux will be linked in this case. These are the two cases, right? So this is the question. Write a short note on electric flux. See, the next thing we are going to discuss for the electric flux, that suppose we are having a closed surface of any shape. Suppose this is a closed surface. You may consider it is as a cube, balloon like this. Suppose it is a cube, balloon of any shape. So flux entering in this surface, closed surface, flux entering in the closed surface. The same flux leaving through this. So entering flux denoted by letter plus 5 and leaving flux denoted by letter plus 5. So in the same way, suppose the flux are entering, flux are leaving. Flux are entering, flux are leaving. The same flux are entering and same flux are leaving. So what is the total flux link through this closed surface? That will be phi equal to entering flux denoted by letter phi plus leaving flux, that will be a minus phi. So it becomes phi minus phi, it becomes 0. So total flux linked with the closed surface, that will become 0. Number of entering flux equal to number of leaving flux. That's why flux linked with the closed body is 0. Next, the case, suppose in a same closed body we are having a 1 plus q charge. This is a plus q charge, and we know that the electric field lines due to this plus q charge will be radially outward. So radially outward in all the directions. So these are the electric field lines, right? So in this case, what is the flux linked with this body? That flux equal to we can write plus phi. Flux leaving the body, it will be plus phi, or right in this way. Next we can say that suppose we are having a minus q charge, so electric field lines are entering into the body, so we will write phi equal to minus phi. Flux link with the body will be minus phi. Keep in mind the flux are always perpendicular to the surface. The flux will be always perpendicular to the surface, right? So this is our concept. So this is all about the electric flux. The next concept that we are going to study, that is electric dipole, right? See, electric dipole, also known as the dipole moment, denoted by letter P. It is a vector quantity. First of all, we will see the definition of electric dipole. So what is electric dipole? It is a system. It is a system of two equal and opposite charges. See, we are having plus q charge, we are having minus q charge, two equal and opposite charges separated by some distance, that is 2a. So this system is known as dipole, electric dipole. So the definition is very simple. Electric dipole is a system of two equal and opposite charges separated by some distance 2a, that is known as the electric dipole, right? So mathematically we can write P equal to dipole, electric dipole denoted by letter P, P equal to 2a into q, 2a into q. In the vector form we will write P vector equal to 2a vector into q. So this is the vector form of this equation, correct? Okay. In the dipole, it is a vector quantity, means what is the direction of electric dipole? It is always from negative to positive. Negative to positive. So this is the direction of P vector. What is the direction of E vector? Means what is the direction of electric field? So positive to negative. So this is the direction of electric field. See, right? Note this, right? Electric field and dipole are opposite in direction. So this is the formula, P equal to 2a into q. Now we are going to see what is the SI unit of dipole moment. Before studying the SI unit, we are going to see one concept, that is point dipole. Point dipole. What is point dipole? If A tends to 0 and Q tends to infinity, A tends to 0 means distance reduces and Q is infinite, charge is infinite. Means in another way we can say that if the two charge particles are at the same point, because the distance is reduced over here, so two charge particles are at the same point. So that is known as the point dipole. For the point dipole, A must be, A tends to 0 and Q tends to infinity. This is the condition, mathematical conditions of point dipole. Now we will see the SI unit of dipole. See what will be the SI unit? Tell me, what is the formula? 2a into q. 2 is the constant term, a is the distance. So we will write distance, we will write in meter. So SI unit of charge will be coulomb. So we will write coulomb meter. So coulomb meter is the SI unit of dipole, P dipole. Keep in mind this C will be a capital one, right? If we write cm like this, so it becomes centimeter. It becomes centimeter. It is coulomb meter. If you write C capital, then it will be readable as coulomb meter. So don't write like this. This is the correct form, coulomb meter. Now we will see the dimensional formula for dipole, electric dipole. What is SI unit? SI unit Coulomb meter, right? Dimensional formula. What we can write how we can write calculate dimension formula? See, for the Q what we can write? A raised to 1, T raised to 1. For the distance we can write L raised to 1. So this is the dimension formula, M raised to 0, L raised to 1, T raised to 1, A raised to 1. Or what we can write, instead of A1, T1 we can write Q. So the dimensional formula becomes Q1, L1. So finally dimensional formula M raised to 0, L raised to 1, T raised to 0 and Q raised to 1. So this is the dimensional formula for dipole in the form of Q, right? So this is all about the electric dipole. In the next video we will see what is the electric field due to the dipole. Okay, now we are stopping over here. You can take the screenshots of this